Hey guys, I'm going to be doing my second comic book wrap up. I have 3 comics I wanted to talk to you about today, and I'll be having another wrap up pretty soon because I have a couple of comics that I hope to be getting to in the next couple of months that have just been sitting on my TBR for forever. I read 3 comics these past few months and I'm just going to get right into them. The first one I want to talk about is Locke Key Volume 3. And I am not going to go into too much detail because this is the 3rd book in a series and there's 6 of them. I do have to say that I enjoyed this volume a lot more than the previous 2. I don't know exactly why that is. I'm guessing that it's because I'm starting to get a handle on the characters a little bit more, and I'm also understanding a lot more about the keys, their significance, what role they play, and the different ways that they are affecting the story. I am starting to feel a lot for this family. The mother is not coping well with the father's death. That's not really a spoiler. You kind of know that the first 2 pages of the story. But the mother is not coping well with the father being gone, and you can kind of see that it's taking a toll on her. The kids are trying to cope as best as they can. They're each doing it in their own way. You kind of want them to overcome the tragedy of losing their father and slash husband. So I really enjoyed this volume. I am definitely going to be picking up the 4th. I'm just enjoying the series overall, and I do recommend it if you like horror slash thriller slash ghost stories. If you're into that, then I think you'll enjoy it. The second one I want to talk about is Fatale Volume 1. I think that's how you say it. This is a story of Josephine, who is a very beautiful woman. You find out that she is immortal and has some sort of gifts, but she paid a very high price for her immortality. The story jumps from past to present. In the past, we learn about a man who left his pregnant wife to go follow Josephine around. He feels this attraction to her that he can't overcome. In the present, we have another man who is also obsessed with her, but I think for a different reason. He's trying to uncover a mystery that surrounds her, and the story is basically kind of a paranormal element is in there where you're trying to figure out why Josephine has these gifts and what exactly is going on in the background with these creepy characters. I gave this 2 stars. I hated it. I love the art the most. I really was attracted to the art. I also was very interested in Josephine. She's a very mysterious character. It looks like she's been through a lot, and I don't think she's malicious, but I got very tired of her BS towards the end of the first volume. I was not involved in the story. I found it very confusing, convoluted. The characters were just so stereotypical at times. The bad guys were just frustrating and comical. I couldn't take them seriously even when very difficult things happened. I was just over them as well. I was so disappointed and so disillusioned. I felt like it had a lot of promise and it just did not deliver for me. So that was a bust. But then I read Descender and I absolutely loved this story. This is a sci-fi story about an android boy named Tim. He has a little robot dog with him. He wakes up to find that his family is gone and some time has passed, and now in this universe, androids like him are outlawed. So he is having to deal with some bounty hunters that are out to get him, and he makes some interesting friends along the way, and he's trying to escape to a more safe space where he won't be captured and sold or whatever they want to do with him. I think what interested me the most about this character is that even though Tim is a robot and an android, you know, that is of use to a particular family, he is treated as a son and he has a lot of emotional ties to this family. He cares about them a lot, and in turn you kind of care about Tim and you want him to survive and make it, and you just feel for him. And I credit that a lot to the writing and the way that the story was crafted. How Tim wakes up and you kind of get to know him and then also kind of jump back into his past and see what led up to that point where he was put to sleep. So I just love that whole idea. I hope that we get to go see more of his backstory in the next volumes. I do have to say that the art was my favorite. I love this type of art. I'm going to try to find some photos of all these comics that I'm talking about so you guys can see the artwork and kind of what they look like. But Descender specifically, I just love the artwork. This is the kind of art that just speaks to me. I know that it's a hit or miss with some people, but I particularly loved it and I cannot wait to read the 2nd volume. So those are the 3 comics that I have read in the past couple of months. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these and what you thought about them, or if you have any sort of recommendations for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.